You feel this nervousness on the phone there?
Sir, I've been trying to make an urgent phone call up there.
Well, I don't think it's something I want to do on an overseas phone.
You gotta make some phone calls. Hang up the phone. Prank caller. Prank caller.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to Packernet After Dark. This is the call-in show, the Packernet Podcast Network. If you'd like to call in, if you'd like to participate in the show, please feel free to do so. The phone number here is 608-501-0718. New callers go directly to the front of the line. We got 8 callers. We had 8 callers a long time ago. I gave it time. I waited. I was patient to see if anybody else is going to get their final calls in before game time. That didn't happen, so we're going with 8 pending any calls during the show. Nico, what do you know?
What's up, Ryan?
Yo.
This is Nico. Going to gear car. So what did I do yesterday? You're probably wondering what I smoked in my smoker.
Yeah.
So here's what I did.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I did burnt ends, so I did some of those. And I did beef and pork. And then as I was cubing up the beef, I smoked it to like 160, you pull it out, let it kind of chill. When I cubed it up, I was like, oh, this meat was leaner than I thought. So I thought they might be a little folly a party, which they weren't, but they were still good. They were still really good. The pork ones were about the same, kind of lean. And then I got to thinking, what I did was I took the juice out of the bottom of the tin foil, and I just poured it in a pan. I threw some brown sugar, put some barbecue sauce, a bunch of honey, some salt and pepper, and I just had a little ginger beer until it was, kind of thin. I just kind of let it stew for a while until it got thick. But I tell you what, that was amazing. And I've seen people do that like on TV, so I didn't have any plan. I just kind of whipped it up. I tell you what, it was pretty good. And then I thought you would talk about pork belly all the time, and I forgot. So I think I'm going to do pork bellies next time. Do it. Yeah, I saw a recipe for smoked pork belly that you then fry like chicharrones.
Sure.
I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah. If you keep the skin on it and
it
whatnot.
Looked really good. I'm going to try that. Let's see. Anything else happened yesterday?
Just for the record, you can do pork belly burnt ends, which is really the way that we cook it. You cut them into little cubes, basically. You cut them into strips, and then you cut those strips into about thirds or whatever. Turns into pork belly burnt ends. It's just primo.
See? Oh, that's right. We beat the crap out of the Niners. I almost forgot. Yeah, that was cool. I mean, I kind of thought we'd win. My buddy who was going to come over and watch the game, who's a Niners fan, he texted me at like 3:30. Oh, it looks like you can't make it. Like, yeah, I wouldn't come either, bro. But, yeah, it was very pleasing. To be honest, the coolest parts I liked were the red zone offense. Quay Walker looking not like absolute dog crap.
Yeah.
Quay Walker has become my favorite. He's like Manti Te'o. Remember that guy, the linebacker from where was it? The Catholic college. But I used to tell people that he did magic, and they go, "Oh yeah. Did you watch the championship game? Notre Dame and Alabama. Yeah, he's a magician. He disappeared during that game. No one laughed, but that was very satisfying. Watching us just pummel them. And you're right. You nailed it. I had to actually work today because no one came into my work except me and this other guy, so I had to do all the hard work. Oh, crap, 3 minutes.
Continue.
So I just got my big old Bluetooth speaker out of the car, put on your podcast, and just cranked that and back. It was awesome. But no, you're right. The quarterback was actually playing better than I thought. I know we have made backup quarterbacks look good in the past, but we've also pummeled the crap out of some of them, I know recently we always think it's freaking Cutlass. He had a great game yesterday, but he wasn't bad. We just were very efficient. If Matt doesn't know now, if he doesn't know to run the offense through the legs of number 8, I don't think he's going to learn it, but I think he learned it. I like how he said afterwards, just give me the ball, figure it out, give me the ball, figure it out. But yeah, their quarterback actually wasn't completely crap. The throw to Kittle was pretty good, And yeah, they didn't have a ton. Yeah, they had some injuries, but I got to say this. if you have Kittle and Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey, I know he's not 100%. I think if we didn't tackle him, he'd look better, right? Guy's still amazing. If you have those three people on your team and a quarterback that can throw an accurate pass and a good defense, you should be able to at least score more than 10 points. But yeah, I was very pleased with that game. But yeah, Quay Walker, a couple other defensive guys did good that haven't been doing good. Oh, freaking Luke Van Ness, the Loch Ness monster. And both, it's hopefully we're to the time, maybe it's taken Quay a while, but I don't know, maybe he's learning from Cooper just to fly around and be violent.
Yeah.
But we did pretty good, Love.
Sometimes guys just have good days. I think that applies to both things that you were talking about with Lucas Van Ness, Quay Walker, especially Quay. Maybe Lucas because he's a little younger, whatever. Quay, I don't know. I think it was just a good day. I also would apply that to our running back situation, right? I mean, we won that last game through the legs of the running back. That doesn't mean that that's how we're going to win every game. You got to be flexible and whatnot. There are going to be games we try to establish the run, and it ain't working. And if you just want to keep hammering that over and over again and run the offense through him, we're just going to lose. So, I at least think that we need to try to run the offense through him and make that more of a focal point and really just only get away from that if it's not working. I think that's kind of an adjustment because last year, Jordan was as good as he was. Prior to that, Aaron was as good as he was. You're used to passing the ball. Plus, it's the NFL in 2024. But you got to ride the hot hand. You just got to do what's working. And right now, that's what's working.
Yeah, he finally had people drop an easy interception. I thought that was amazing. So here's the deal. Someone complained about you mentioning how you mentioned something and it happened, and you said it doesn't happen. I checked, just so you know. Since you said knock on wood, I checked and it said let me read it. Let me read it here. It says when someone makes a claim as to something not happening, let me see if I read it right. But then states knock on wood, it exonerates you from guilt if said thing actually happens. So you're
Boom.
Good. You're good.
Boom.
But the Reds
my
won
fault.
last night. I'm scatterbrained now. I feel like
That's what that means. Just for those that aren't keeping up, that means not my fault. Somebody else's fault. Somebody else was talking about Watson not dropping passes. Probably one of you people. I said it, and then I said knock on wood, and then you took that information, went and told all your friends, right? We're yucking it up. And then when it happens, you have the audacity to come back and blame me. How dare you?
I don't know. I'm forgetting everything. I'm old. But it was a great game. Very consistent. Ran the ball. And the Christian Watson thing, holy...
Got cut off again. Here we go.
I know the Christian Watson miscatch was a bummer. I think if you kind of did research this year, he's done really good on those deep balls, especially ones catch.
It's his one drop of the year. So I think if anybody deserves a little bit of slack for making one mistake, it's probably Watson.
But that's because he's so good. Like last week when Dobbs dropped that seemingly easy pass, he did a little out and left on like a third and something. Like had he caught it, he'd have sustained the drive. And he just bounced off his hands. Perfect throw, right where you want it to be. Back of hands are, oh yeah, Dobbs dropped the pass. Then Christian Watson drops that pass. I'm like, oh my God, he dropped the pass. What's that? Well, it's the same thing. It's a drop pass. At least I think Romeo's is more important because it was like third and whatever. But yeah, when Christian drops the pass, statistically it's going to be one of them because he runs those routes and he's so often. When he dropped it, my son was there. He was like, oh no. And they lined up again. Well, do it again. Just frickin' do it again. I'm telling you, they need to do 4 or 5 or 12 of those a game. Anyways, yeah, Watson's just so dynamic that he tends to drop those dynamic passes when the other guys are just dropping the 5-yard outs. But yeah, great game. I'm glad that
seems to be that like over the shoulder thing. You know, when he's running at full speed, you know, if he's facing the ball or running kind of with the ball, you know, like what do you call that? Not parallel. Oh my Lord, here comes the basic 101 math stuff. 2 lines that intersect. I don't know. Robot doesn't know what the heck I'm talking about. There's perpendicular, but that's if it's directly a 90 degree, which isn't necessarily what I'm talking. But you know what I mean. If he's running across the field, but something about running away from the football and trying to catch it over his shoulder, dude is struggling with that one.
I wanted to curb stomp him more. I wanted to score like 70 points. I wanted the coach of the Niners to leave and cry. I didn't even want. I wanted him to not make eye contact with the floor after the game. I wanted him to tell him he's his little bee, and I think we did. But we just got a momentum. I know it's a short week. I hear there's a fish fry this Thursday in Green Bay. I don't know. I can't go. I have to go to Washington. But I would like to eat some fish in Thursday in Green Bay. But we'll see. I don't know. I mean, weird things have happened. Imagine if we just started the season 8-3 last year. Who knows what would have happened? We just need the Lions to remember they're the Lions and frickin' the Minnesota Vikings. They can't. Their wins cannot be sustainable. I mean, come on. They're like the pass rusher. They're like a pass rusher with 10 pressures all year and 9 sacks for crying out loud. Just come on, Minnesota. Remember who you are. Isn't that like a Moana thing? You know, you are who, whatever.
I don't know.
Anyways, now I'm rambling. I'm making absolutely no sense. Probably because I had to actually work today. I'm going to try to do that less in the future. But hey, go back, go. Here's the fish fry on Thursday, and then some more hunting. Maybe we'll shoot a lion and a bear, and hunt down a Viking or so. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. I'm sure there's a lot of people calling that are happy. I am happy to go back up.
Sorry if you're hearing that noise upstairs. My kid finds it necessary to just scrape crap across the floor. So no big deal, just a necessary thing that has to happen. You know, it's funny. One of the things I'm going to talk, so tomorrow is kind of in part, obviously, looking at the game and whatnot, but the first part of the podcast is looking at the playoffs and the odds and you know all these things. There is not a more irrelevant team than the Minnesota Vikings. They don't matter to us at all, aside from wanting them to lose because it's the Vikings and screw them, and also, obviously, the bragging rights of being second instead of third, but that's really it. I'll elaborate on that tomorrow. But right now, I think the biggest, the most important thing every week by a billion miles is just the Packers winning. That's it. There are other things that mildly impact this or that or the other thing. But just win. That's it. Now would be a great time to just turn that corner and just be awesome all of a sudden. But it's a little early, but we only have about 5 more. We have 5 more. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Yeah, Ryan, this is Bill in South Carolina.
What's up?
How's it going? Just wanted to say, go Pack Go. Nice win. Keep stacking those wins, no matter how we get them. And that was a great. Whenever you beat the 49ers the way we did, that's always a great day. And also. Like I play golf, so whenever I get a bogey, I always say, well, if I get mad when I make a bogey, I ought to quit playing. And the same way with the Packers. If we get a win, no matter how we get the win, we gotta be happy. And that was a real good one, a real good one last week. And also, we need the ukulele song because it looks like it's good luck for us. All right, go Pack Go.
It's true. I got to find that. I was just thinking because this is a shorter one, I should give you all a song, but maybe we'll do that. I don't know. We'll do a different one. We'll do another good luck song. Maybe we'll just call it the good luck song. I don't know. Who knows these things? But you're right. We gotta just gotta be happy with it because listen, all the wins that were not good enough that led to where we are today have got us to the point where we're basically a shoo-in for the playoffs. So it did mean something. As much as it felt like it meant nothing, because at the end of the day, it's still not good enough, it meant something. Because even if we kind of crap the bed for the rest of the season, not saying that that's going to be okay and we'll be fine, but more or less, the odds of us not getting into the playoffs are very, very low right now.
Yo, Ryan, it's your uncle, Rico.
Yo.
What's happening, Packer man?
Hey there.
Jersey Jim. That just came out. I don't know. I said Packer man, and then, Jersey Jim just flew. It flowed. It flewed. You know what I mean?
It flewed all day, yeah,
it's
dude.
a thing. Anyway, I just want to comment on, once again, I couldn't really watch the game. I listened to a good portion of it on the radio. Too much stuff to do. My lordy. I got to get a new life. Anyway, I wanted to watch the replay of the Christian Watson drop. And one thing that was encouraging or nice to see, not that the drop was encouraging or nice, but was that Romeo was jacked. We're always kind of like, oh, we wish we'd see some emotion out of Romeo. Dude was pumped. I think when he thought it was going to be a completion, and so that was nice to see that he was really excited about a positive event for his
Well, I thought he was going to have a heart attack when he found out it was dropped. I mean, he lost his mind. He was pissed.
teammates or whatever, and then so that it was just on the replay, so I didn't really get to see it totally, but maybe you had some thought or maybe you saw that, but it was just nice to see, like I said, that Romeo is a team guy. So, all right, we're gonna have some roasted dolphin for Thanksgiving. Love it. Rico out.
Well, I don't know why the call was all choppy. I don't know if that was your fault or my fault, but yeah, I mean, it is good to see passion from Romeo, and I think that's what we need to see from these guys from now on. We're seeing some guys start to wake up. Like I said, this past week we had a bunch of guys have their best games of the season. That's great. Keep that foot on the pedal, and if they can stay good, even if just a couple of them, if Lucas Van Ness stayed, I'm not saying as elite as he was. I'm just saying continue to, don't go back to what you were. If we can have these guys kind of just stay-ish in that realm, and then on top of that, guys like Christian don't have their worst day of the season or something, It's going to be a good team. And then it all just comes down to Jordan. It's exactly what I said last year. This team will be as good as Jordan will. This team will go as far as Jordan can take it. If he plays poorly, we will do poorly. If he plays okay, then we'll be okay. If he plays out of his mind, I'm thinking Super Bowl is a very, very real possibility. All right, let's take our final break. We got Garrett, Nate, and Daniel from California, and then we're out of here. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Hey, Back Daddy. It's Garrett from Southern Illinois.
What's up?
It's Taco Tuesday, and just wanted to call in and wish you a happy early birthday.
Thanks.
So hopefully get stuffed with turkey, and then you get to open a bunch of great presents. So just don't eat too much pumpkin pie.
Oh.
But when you do go...
It's funny, my wife said, you want anything from Walmart? We were doing a Walmart order, and yes, we get Walmart orders. I ain't going to freaking Walmart. I was like, no, I think I got everything. She's like, you don't want a pumpkin pie? I'm like, nah, I better not. She's like, I'm getting you a pumpkin pie, and I was very excited she did, because what the heck is Thanksgiving without a pumpkin pie? I also saw she got a big old canister of the whipped cream. So jacked. I put way too much whipped cream on my pumpkin pie, and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to love when I do it.
Wish, when you blow out your candles, I'm just making a request. I would like to I'd like to see Green Bay win an NFC championship this year. So if you don't mind using your birthday wish, Ryan, that would be a great one. So I don't know what you have planned for your birthday wish, but that would be a good one.
Sure.
That'd be a good one. So hopefully your tongue's feeling better. That would just really suck. I can't believe I was actually thinking to myself when I made the last call about trying to talk a little less. I was going to say bite your tongue when you talk about Christian Watson, but didn't mean it literally. So there is a little power in what we think. So think positive. Think positive.
Was that thing with words have power or something? I don't know, freaking whatever it's called. That was crazy. Like, I bit my tongue, and it didn't feel like anything crazy. I went and looked at it. It's like, when people get the deliberately split their tongue down the middle, so they have like the snake tongue. It was like that, but on the side, not like all the way in, but I mean it was split. Crazy, but we'll see. I don't know if we're doing the cake thing. My wife will probably make me do it, but if there are candles involved, I will be sure to go ahead and do that.
Hey Ryan, it's Nate. It took me a couple days to call in this time because I've been contemplating, and I can use some Pack Daddy wisdom here. So first of all, I didn't catch the game at all. It was one of those games where I just had other shit to do on a Sunday. Just one of those adult days where I just wasn't able to make it and watch the game. And the outcome, obviously, was that they probably had their most definitive win of the entire season. So I'm at that point where I'm wondering if my curse still remains. And I know in the past you have said, well, why don't you try just watching for a little bit and then turn it off if things go south. Well, I've done that ever since, and it still doesn't end up working out. They lose a lot of games that I turn off. So I got to know, do I do it for the team? Do I do it for the team? My wife already is distraught for me. She's like, you can't do that. You love the Packers. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I do, and I love them enough to do this for them. That's what I would do. Even if it breaks my heart, I will do this for the Pack. And then the other thing that I wanted to call in and talk about is Rodgers on McAfee this week. I caught a clip of him saying that he never said that he wanted to play for any team that's not the Jets or whatever that quote was that was floating around. And I just got to say, does anybody believe this dude anymore? Anybody, including his buddies who probably listen to your podcast, all the people who were like, we can't lose this guy. We can't. We got to keep him. We got to keep him. Jordan Love isn't the answer. I know there was people out there. I remember your calls. I remember them. What's the deal? Do you think he actually said that now or not? Because it sounds awfully familiar to me. So just wanted to get the opinions on that, and just wow, how many people are going to have their lives ruined because of Aaron Rodgers? How many people are going to lose jobs because of Aaron Rodgers? It's just wild to me the way that this dude moves through his life. He is one of the worst people that I think is on the planet. I'm sorry if you like him. Tough shit. He's not a good dude. He's just not. But anyway, go Pack, go.
Well, I will say it's not looking good for you and the prospects of you watching football games in the future. I mean, it's heartbreaking to have to do this to you, but look, I mean, maybe take a bathroom break, kind of early on. I hate to make you miss kickoff. That's kind of brutal. I mean, if you're willing to do it, do it. But yeah, I mean, maybe have something to do. You could even try just being in the other room. I don't know if your kitchen has line of sight to the if it's like an open thing. However you got it laid out, I don't know. And I don't know the exact rules and how far away you need to be. Can you be in the house, or do you have to be out of the house? Maybe be outside, and if you hear a whole lot of, oh, come on, then it's not going well. Maybe you might as well just watch it, or you got to get in your car and leave. I don't know what you got to do. But if you hear cheering, I don't know what to do. I can't recommend you go back in the house. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think look, as far as the Rodgers thing is concerned, look at Green Bay. Now, we can just say that all the people in the front office and the coaches and everybody else are all a bunch of jagoffs that are just terrible people, right? What I'm referring to is, remember when there was the report that everybody was sick and tired of Aaron Rodgers and wanted him gone no matter what it was going to take? That doesn't make sense in any other context other than what you just said, and that is he's not a super likable person. There's no way this guy, who is a Hall of Famer that has done everything for your franchise and is also great in the locker room and also doesn't meddle in people's jobs and also is just a delight to be around, that they're like, I cannot stand this freaking guy and I want him out of here. That doesn't make sense. And the fact of the matter is he went somewhere else and all of those problems are right there again. Right? So, it's similar to how it was in Green Bay. I don't know that Rodgers necessarily intends to be a bad guy, but just Rodgers, by virtue of who and what he is, causes problems. Right? He is very demanding. He thinks he should be in control of more than he should be. He's not super friendly. I mean, he's friendly to his friends, but you can see how he interacts with guys like Saleh and whatnot. You can see it in Hard Knocks. The bottom line is, after this year, he is not going to be a Jet, and I don't think there's a lot of people that are going to be upset about it, as evidenced by the fact that he's not going to be a Jet again. And I don't think it's just production on the field, because they don't have another option. And it's going to cost them a ton of money to get rid of him. They could very easily keep him there and then draft the guy and just continue doing what you're doing and hope for some improvement. They don't want to. They want him out of the building. Again, that doesn't mean he treats people off the field terribly or whatever. I just think the way that he goes about things, it is not conducive to what it takes to have a really good football team. There's a conflict there. And again, it's it's too bad that so many guys have to go out on such bad terms. It was similar for Brett Favre. I was ready to be done with Brett Favre by the time he left Green Bay. He went to the Jets. It was pretty unceremonious there. He went to the Vikings. They had a little bit of a flurry of like things being good, but at the end of the day, he got them evicted from playoff games, throwing picks and whatnot, and I don't think they were super upset about Favre leaving. On top of that, he was wrapped up in scandals, the thing with the cheerleader and everything else. And it just, you look at it and you just go, man, it didn't have to be like that. You could have gone out differently and it would have been so much better. But that's not what happened. So here we are.
I don't know if this will get played. I know it's close to game time. Probably already did tomorrow's. We'll probably.
Nah, I got it, man.
Might not get to a long episode after dark, but just wanted to, I called out Quay last week. He played good. He dropped the interception. Kind of interesting on the sack, but he got it done, right? So Quay played good. Called up Quay, and then I said let's get some end arounds to Watson, and he didn't look bad. He got 4 or 5 yards on it. We've been getting stuffed on those, and it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't negative plays. Watson needs to catch that long pass. If he catches that pass, I have ultimate faith in him, but he didn't. So hopefully he gets another opportunity going into the cold again, Green Bay, Thanksgiving evening. And hopefully everybody has a good holiday. And I just want to say thanks to the Packernet family and everybody, around Packer Nation. Go get that win. Go Pack Go.
Yeah, dude. Well, I hope you and everybody else does have a really good Thanksgiving. Make sure you eat too much, not drink too much. But I got to be honest, man. You were mentioning, you call things out and then they happen or whatever. I was kind of hoping that you were gonna do something here. At least reverse jinx things. In fact, actually, maybe that's what I should do here, real quick. Watson is cooked. Jordan, we need to find a new quarterback. That experiment is over. Our center Myers is not going to play, and that's going to cause a disaster for our offensive line. They're not going to be able to pass or run block. Josh Jacobs is too tired from last week to be able to run, so he's not going to do anything. What else? Boy, oh boy, our secondary can't do anything without Jair, so they're screwed. Our linebackers are all hurt, and Quay's a bum. We know that. That was a fluke, so that's never going to happen again. Pass rush is a joke. That's just no point even talking about that. And the receivers can't stop dropping stuff. And Tucker, give me a break. That dude, one-trick pony, man. He had a couple little, he ran through some guys. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's stupid. The whole thing is stupid, man. It's, life is stupid. Nothing matters. Miami's going to win by 500. Turkey's going to be dry and taste like crap. And you're going to burn your pies, even though you probably bought them like we did. But somehow they're going to be burnt. You bought a burnt pie, you didn't even realize it. You're going to eat it, and you're going to find out the crust on the bottom was burnt. Nothing you can do about it now. Oh, you get a refund. Big deal. Your Thanksgiving's ruined. So, all right, I think I did my job. So any other problems, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anyone blaming me. I did the best I possibly could to make this all work out for us. You guys have a good day. I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Green and gold on Turkey Day. Miami's about to pay. Lambo's cooking something special, and it ain't no holiday cliche. Stuffing dolphins in the end zone, serving L's on silver plates. While they're freezing in Wisconsin, we're just feasting on the plays. It's Packers Thanksgiving. Go Pack. Cold as ice, but we're still thriving. Dolphins swimming in our gravy, dancing in the end zone, baby. It's a Packers Thanksgiving night. Carving through their defense like a butterball in flight. Tundra's getting frosty, but our offense burning bright. Miami's feeling chilly. Welcome to our paradise, where we pass the touchdowns like we pass the pumpkin pie. They call it frozen tundra, but we call it home sweet home. While they're missing sunny Florida, we're making touchdowns in the snow. It's a Packers Thanksgiving. Cold as ice, but we're still thriving. Dolphins swimming in our gravy, dancing in the end zone, baby. It's a Packers Thanksgiving night. Pass the victory, serve the wins. Green Bay family, let's begin. This feast is ours, so raise it high. Packers football on Turkey